What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to ETS2 and another very long break between videos. What can I say? It's just the way it is with me. Been busy working and life and everything else, and I decided that it's Monday. I have the day off. I had some stuff to do in the morning, and I said, you know what? Let's sit down and make a video. If you're friends with me on Steam, you see that I've been playing a lot of ETS and a lot of ATS. Mostly because that's what I'm into right now. As I've said 1,000 times, in between all these long breaks, whenever I come back, that I'm going to play what I like. I'm going to play what I'm feeling. And right now I'm feeling like driving a truck. So some ETS videos coming. I also have an ATS video coming because Rob has released a new version of the Australian Outback map, which I really want to try out. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Australian Outback maps. And I really want to try this new version out. He's added a bunch of stuff, and I haven't even downloaded it yet, but I want to check it out and see what it's about. So what are we doing today? Well, if you're friends with me on Steam, you see I've been posting a lot of screenshots lately. I've been working on a new 2023 BPGT show truck. This one's a full, ultra pretty, all custom skinned and a bunch of parts and stuff on it. Trying something a little different than I normally do with skins. I called it the Crackling Rose because it's got obviously a Scania V8 open pipe sound in it, and it makes that lovely crackle sound, right? So Crackling Rose seemed to be a pretty cool idea. Plus, it's a Neil Diamond song that I really like, and it all kind of fit together. This time, though, we're doing something a little different. One thing I don't do a lot of in Euro Truck or American Truck is short runs, unless I'm making a video specifically for that. I thought I'd try doing some local stuff or some express stuff. So I picked up a bog stock Scania R450, put some rusty wheels and stuff on it, put a dirt skin on it. All the stuff is available from the Steam Workshop. We're on Pro Mods 2.64, the very newest version of Pro Mods. I have so many mods, guys. I couldn't possibly list them all. There's literally over 100 mods I have in here. A lot of them are not for this. A lot of them are for the show truck, so I can glue bits on it and make it sparkly and stuff. But I've been playing this game for 10 years now, and every so often you want to switch up what you're doing. You want to do something that's not what you normally do. Normally I jump in a truck, I go for a long drive. I just finished a drive actually a couple days ago that stretched from Tel Aviv, Israel, all the way to the sort of western tip of Iceland. It was about 5,000 kilometers. It's the longest drive I've done in a very long time. But it was fun, and I got to take the show truck out and give her a good shakedown and everything. Not that truck needed a shakedown. It has nearly 250,000 kilometers on it. But so this is just me sort of trying to emulate local driving. Trying to keep to the south of England. You can't do a lot of in-town driving. There's just not that many companies in these towns because it would unbalance the game economy if you pounded a bunch of companies into the towns. That's all you'd ever get, because of the way that the economy works in the game. But so what are we doing? So we are doing a load of truck batteries from London to Felixstowe. It's a short drive, and I would imagine at some point you're going to hear the little thing go off telling me, our customer expects delivery really soon. It's just the way this sort of express stuff works. You got to be quick. So this is a Scania R450. It's a tag lift, or a mid lift, I should say. It's a fun truck. It's completely stock. I've done nothing to it other than put this skin on it. So let's jump in the truck and get going. So here we are. I'll take a quick outside look at the truck. So the story behind this is that BPGT is experiencing a boom right now. I've got a bunch of drivers and a bunch of trucks. What I didn't have was somebody who could jump in a truck and do some of this local stuff. We didn't even have a trailer available for it, so I had to go, pull a trailer out of the woods, basically. That's why it's so filthy. The truck is filthy. It runs good. Did some quick, grease and oil and lube and stuff on the trailer. Made sure the lights worked and, the brakes worked and everything. And off we went. So anyway, back in the truck, get it fired up.
Starting route to destination.
That's one of the mods I'm running. It's the Siri, the Apple navigation. This is Zmod's DC 16 sound, I believe it is. I've also run in Zmod's air brake sound, and it's their interior sound, which doesn't do a whole lot in ETS, I've noticed. It works way better in ATS. You get a rattle and all that stuff, but it's fine. Anyway, gotta go because we don't have a lot of time. So kick off the brakes and get it in gear, and down the road we go. So I am on the right side of the truck, on the left side of the road, because, you know, this particular truck was only set up to do local stuff, you know, south of England stuff. Turn that off. Oh, McDonald's. I just realized I'm hungry too. The traffic is by DB Creations. It's traffic environment. It's their traffic intensity mod. I'm also running their real physics mod. A couple other things.
Turn right.
From them.
Turn right.
It's all pay stuff, but it's not very expensive. It's actually really cheap. So, and it works good. It does struggle a little bit here in London because of the roundabouts and the way that ProMods designs their roundabouts. They're very realistic, and sometimes these trucks have, you know, this AI has a bit of a problem with it. Jazzy Cat painted truck traffic pack. Geez, you know, blah blah blah, goes on and on and on and on. These LED lights in these signals are provided by DB as well, part of their traffic environment pack. I can't possibly list all the mods I'm running, guys. It's a lot. You guys know I like modded ETS and ATS, so, you know, which makes it a lot of fun when there's an update. And you have to track down 100 mods to update, but... So we're headed to Felixstowe with a load of truck batteries. Gotta wind our way through London, as you would expect, which is nice. You know, it's ProMods did a great job with London. It's just enough London, I think, to sort of be immersive, but not so much that you're just grinding out in traffic for, you know, an hour at a time. Although you will hit some traffic, you know, depending on where you are. Now, would these streets be busier than they are? Of course they would be. But the way the traffic mod works, it sort of takes it a minute to spawn it in, so. Which isn't the worst thing in the world when you're in a hurry. Still using the TSPC Racer for my steering. Still using the, well, now Logitech side panel for all the buttons and things that I need to do. Using the joystick to move my view around and to center my view back again. Still using Fanatec CSL Elite load cell pedals, which, you know, is massive overkill for trucking, but it's okay. They're comfortable, and I'm used to them, and I like them. So this is one thing about the AI, though, is that they don't hit anything. They just rip through, you know, around corners and stuff. So what else? Has anything else changed? No, not really. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I upgraded my computer about 6 months ago. I got a 3060 Ti graphics card and a 5660 processor. So I'm at least, you know, now I'm only one sort of generation behind everything. Triple monitors, which of course you guys can't see because I'm only recording on one, but I just installed, a couple of weeks ago, I just installed 16 more gigs of RAM, which doesn't give me any more frame rates, but it does help with all the sort of physics calculations and all that sort of stuff that you've got going on with these games now. So, and of course it helps with loading times too. It loads a lot faster, even with 145 mods I think I have now.
Keep left, then turn left. Turn left.
These roads can get a little confusing too, because a lot of them are, very accurately modeled, and there's a lot of turns and a lot of roundabouts and a lot of, oh, where am I and where am I going? And so, and of course, being on this side of the truck, I'm so used to looking out that side, looking out the left side to see the mirrors.
Take the exit now.
I am running a Skybox upgrade from the Steam Workshop. Only the 4K textures, not the 8K ones. I didn't really need that. I'm still only playing at 1920 by 1080, so I didn't need 8K textures. I'm running a reshade profile to sort of brighten everything up and give me some better anti-aliasing. I was running NVIDIA Inspector with the settings that that these guys over at the SES forums have absolutely just smashed. You know what I mean? Just killed it for the longest time trying to figure out what the best NVIDIA Inspector settings are. The problem I have with that is that I don't like whenever you run a ton of anti-aliasing, which makes the game look amazing, it starts to look a little fuzzy. You don't get the sharpness that I like. So I will take a little less anti-aliasing, which you can see in the mirrors, and you can definitely see in the shadows, to get the sharpness so that I can read a sign, so that I can, especially at night. One thing that this DB environment pack does is that it makes all the signs and all the things that should be reflective, and actually reflective, not just glow. So sharpness is important, and my eyes aren't getting any better. I spent a lot of years of my life sitting in front of monitors and stuff, and my eyes are not great, so I need to be able to see a sign from a distance.
Slow down, you are going too fast.
You're going too fast. Too fast. Siri has a little problem with too fast. She likes to say too fast. I gotta say it's fun. I love my Scandia S. I absolutely love her. She's been a good friend to me for a long time now. I've had that truck since they came out. The next gen. She's been through so many versions, so many, just show trucks and everything else. And now she's a full, just, pretty girl. But it's fun driving these old cranky, I say cranky, it's not. It runs perfect. It drives perfect. I do wish that SES at some point in a future update comes up with a way to emulate where the truck, maybe she's a little cranky, maybe the brakes aren't perfect, maybe, the lights don't work exactly the way they should or whatever. That would be neat. Like, I have no intention of taking this truck on any long trips. This is all express stuff. This is all, local stuff. Try to keep it to the south of England. Again, there's only so many jobs that you can do because there's only so many companies. Maybe if there was a 1-to-1 scale version of London somewhere where they could pound in, 100 companies and you could just deliver from A to B to C to D to E to F, right? That would be neat. But until then, we kind of got to take what we got. Oh, here we go. This is sometimes what you get with this sort of stuff, with pro mods in this traffic pack. You get accidents like this. I can't pull over yet because brakes. One thing about load cell brakes in ETS, you absolutely have to smash them to make them work. All right, this guy looks like he's going to let me go, so I'm going to try to sneak over in this lane and not hit anything. You get this sometimes. Because of the way the lanes are designed, the trucks try to pull out, and there'll be a car on the inside of them, and they'll get together, and that's it's a trade-off. It's just how it is. Worst comes to worst, if it's a serious traffic jam, it's blocking up the whole road. Yep, there it is. Yes, I know. That is unfortunately the problem with time scale and short deliveries. You don't really have a lot of choice when it comes to you know, you take a short job, you only get a certain amount of time, the time scale built into the game, you know, and it's like, hey, where's my stuff? And now, of course, you know, the other thing about doing it like this is that you're gonna be driving up and down the same roads a lot of the times. You're going to be going to the same places a lot of the times because, you know, you try to keep it under 200 kilometers, right, to make it mildly realistic. The problem with that is that you're going to end up going to the same places. You're going to go to Felixstowe, you're going to go to Dover, you're going to go to, you know, to Cambridge, you know,
At the
and
roundabout,
that's just
take
how
the
it
third
is.
exit.
So. I am in the wrong lane to be taking the third exit, unfortunately, but because of the traffic, I didn't really have any choice. This traffic mod actually emulates rush hour traffic. I think it's 8 and 6, I think it is, of whatever time zone you're in. So, and it's pretty good. You know, there's definitely more traffic than you would get in the vanilla game, which is fun, you know. It's not ridiculously intense, though, because, you know, you can definitely overdo that. You know, there's a lot of traffic mods out there that just pound into traffic, just spawn a million of everything, and it gets very unrealistic when you can't move for 3 hours, you know. Because one thing I think people forget with these games is that, no, I need to go this way, and they're not going to like this, is that it's all compressed, right? The distances are compressed.
Take the exit now.
The time scale is compressed. So if you put 50 times more cars on the road than they're supposed to be, well, that's fun for a minute, but then, you know, your time's ticking away. And, you know, if a minute is 10 minutes in the game, let's say, well, you're losing time every time you're sitting in a traffic jam, right? So... they really struggle with these English on and off ramps. I'm not quite sure why, but they do. There's almost always an accident, and sometimes you got to be creative. They may have figured it out here. There's a fair bit of traffic. Oh, good. Let's block up all the road now. Perfect. Now, if I was smart, I'd get right in this other lane and just go. And that's what I'm going to do. I may hit this. Ooh, didn't quite hit him, but came close. But then, of course, those two got into it. I will say that for the most part, they sort of figure it out. It's not, you know, it's not a complete jam. But if it is, you know, all you do is exit out, right? Quit out of the game, come back in. All the traffic respawns. You're clear. It's, you know, all set. Whenever you add something to the game that the game's not really designed to do, like this map, for instance, or, you know, increased traffic or traffic that changes its behavior from the way that it's written in the vanilla game, you're going to have little problems like this. I enjoy driving around England, especially in Pro Mods. The way that Pro Mods is modeled in England now is really good. So I don't mind the occasional, you know, weirdness. One thing you find yourself doing when you do this local stuff is you gotta haul, you gotta move. You know, when I'm driving 5,000-6,000 kilometers, I can, you know, cruise at 80 kilometers an hour. But when you're doing this, you gotta go.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
You gotta make sure you're at the speed limit or a little better. You know, this truck is limited to 90k, so you know the speed limit, because this is the UK and they still use miles an hour. The speed limit is 97k. This truck will only do 90, so you got to be right there. You know. Because this thing is going to go off again in a minute, I would imagine. Oh, whoa, whoa, up. Up. Whoops. Did not expect to see that car sitting there. Jesus. And then I tried to grab the brake so hard that I slipped and hit the accelerator instead. Just about took that car out. Well, it wouldn't be a BP video, right? If something stupid didn't happen. Oh.
In 50 meters, turn left.
Now, I haven't been up here in a long time, and I know that this changed. So this may be a little confusing to me. All right. Probably should pay attention. Boy, there's just stuff everywhere. Dock gates and Trinity distribution centers, and I don't know. I gotta hand it to anybody who drives a truck in real life in, you know, these cities.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Man, there's just roads everywhere, and it's confusing, and...
Take the exit now.
I'd be lost constantly. Oh, we're definitely at a port. You can see all the giant cranes that they use to load and unload things. You just make your turn. Don't worry about me. One thing I like... Oh, yeah, there it is. Yes, I'm coming. I'm only down the road. Settle down. If this thing ever shuts up... What I was going to say is that one thing I really like is that they've added stoplights to a lot of these roundabouts just to give the AI a minute to, you know, sort of figure itself out.
Turn right.
Oh, sorry, Scoop's truck. I'm pulling right in front of you.
Arrived at destination.
Okay, where am I going here? Obviously, I'm going in here. Oh, right there. Excellent. Now everybody gets to see my awesome backing up skills. You know, 10 years playing this game, right? 10 years of backing up trailers. You think I'd be good at it by now? No. There'll be none of that. And like I say in every video, I've backed up 1,000 trailers, guys. I don't need to make it any harder by trying to do it through the mirrors. I will do it like this because it's easier. Probably got to turn my flashers on. Sorry about the backup screecher, but, you know, trying to, again, realism, so... So I'm going to get this parked up, and then we'll talk about a little bit about what's coming up on the channel. I can't say when it's coming up, but it's coming. You know, because, again, you know, I work a lot, and some days I don't feel like doing much, and, you know, I got to want to do it. You know, no monetization, no branding, none of that nonsense on the channel anymore. So it's all just about when I feel like doing it now. If you get a video and you don't get another one for 3 months, well, that's why. I've made a proper hash of this, have I not? I mean, I can get it in there, but it isn't pretty. It doesn't really matter because it's not like it's at a dock anyway, so. They're obviously going to unload me from the side, it looks like. Turn that off. Hit enter. And there you go. I mean, again, you know, you're not making a ton of money. You're not making a ton, 300 experience points, right? I got more experience points basically for, you know, backing the truck up than I did for doing the drive. But it's a different way of playing, and it's fun, and I enjoy it. And I'm level 61 in this profile. I mean, you know, I got $2.something million. Do I really need, you know, any more money? Not really. Now it's just about going to cool places, doing maybe playing a different way than I've played. I don't do a lot of express stuff, so I thought maybe let's try it. I'd love it for them to add that feature into the game where you can pick up a load in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, say, and then just A, B, C, D, E, F, and then back to your garage, at night or in the afternoon or whatever. That would be really cool. I'd like to see that. What features would you guys like to see in ETS? I mean, you think about where we started 10 years ago and where we are now, the graphics and the size of the vanilla map, even if you don't play on a modded map, all the things we can do now that we couldn't do before, own our own trailers and all this stuff. So, I'd like to know what you guys like to see. So anyway, let's jump out of this and I'll give you a quick sort of sneak peek of the show truck. It's not completely done yet. We'll just jump into this real quick, let it load up. There's a lot of stuff on this truck, so it's going to take a second, and then I can just click on upgrade and it'll bring it up. So there she is. It's going to take a minute. So there it is. There's the next gen Scania S show truck that I am currently working on. The skin was painted by me, called the Crackling Rose. I always like the sort of Dutch or the Holland style trucks where they had some like big mural on the side of it, but it wasn't like in full color. It was always sort of black and white and kind of faded out and stuff. I tried my best to do that. It changed quite a bit. It was red. I didn't like it. It was white. I liked it better. Now it's this cream color, which I really like. I've decided to put a rose behind the girl. Added another girl holding a rose onto the top. And then a completely different girl in the back, with a couple of roses. And again, the names. This big old air bar exhaust, which I really like. So, a lot of custom painting. Rollo's wheels because they match the color of the rose and the color of all the sort of the details on it. This bit in the front, the chevron pattern is what that's going to be. That's going to be the new design for all the BPGT, just over the road trucks, regular trucks, non-show trucks. It'll be probably white. That'll be orange. The chevron will be orange. It'll say BPGT on it, and that'll be that. Simple and clean, and lots and lots and lots of mods on this truck. The interior is a mod, obviously. This bumper is a mod. All these lights, these Ambassador Series lights are a mod. This sun visor's a mod. This beacon's a mod. There's just so many mods on this. I'll give you a quick look at the interior too, because it's really nice. Done by King Mods. It's a paid mod, but again, it wasn't that expensive and certainly worth it. I really, really like this. I like the back wall, the Scania Vabis. This all lights up red at night. There's two different ways to do it. One, you can use your beacons and it'll come on, or you can have it on all the time. Right now I have it set to my beacons, although I'm probably going to change that. So when I want to do like a truck show kind of video with this, where everything's, going off and the lights are going and there's big loud music in the background and all the horns and everything. But yeah, so, whoever the guy at King Mods did a really good job. All this glows, all this red stuff. It's got big old speakers in the doors and, in the back wall and everything. I got my obligatory can of Diet Coke in the cup holder. So, the curtains and the tachometer and the CB, and it's just really good. And of course, a lot of this stuff is all add-on stuff. The dice, these poppy air fresheners light up at night, so that's pretty cool too. I really like this truck. It's not 100% done yet, but it's getting there. You guys will see a video of this, of me driving this somewhere. This is definitely, it's comfortable, so it's a long haul truck. It's a 770. I put a 770 engine in it, just because why wouldn't you? It makes a great noise. It's got Slav Jerry's open pipe V8 sound with the FKM garage option, which makes it sort of really crackle but not so much that it's annoying to drive for a long distance. You can drive this, you can live with the sound. It's nice. It's a good sound. It's not, a pure show truck sound where it's, and it makes that horrible noise that you don't want to drive and you don't want to live with. So, and a little shout out to some of the people who made this possible for me. Belka Customs, who did all this sort of the V8 stuff and a lot of the add-on bits that I have on this truck. You might as well give them some love as well. Well, anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. You're going to see more of this sort of short haul, express, local stuff because I'm just having fun with it. It's fun, driving that truck, driving that old, worn out Scania R. It's fun. You can see with 2.8 million euros right now. We're doing all right. The company's doing good, and we're busy, so I had to jump in this thing and do some local stuff. As always, guys, let me know what you think. And if you like this video and you're not already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? If you got a question, if you see a mod maybe that you like and maybe you got a question about it, and if I can remember where I got it from and it's not a paid mod, I'll put a link in the description, in the answer to your comment. And that's basically it. And hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. And as always, this is the Bipolar Prophet saying thanks for watching.